Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I am just going to try and get my life together because all of my makeup at the moment is just such a mess. So I have filmed 4 videos, 4 installments of me packing away my makeup in a nice way. Basically organising the hell out of it, getting it all nice, getting my acrylic storage back in because at the moment it's just dumped all in there, decluttering a few things, reminding myself of what I have, getting rid of anything bad, getting rid of anything I don't want anymore, and reminding myself of what I've got to use up. So this is by no means a declutter series. It is just an inventory stock list, checklist, reminding myself of what I have, getting rid of what I don't need anymore, and having some focus on what I want to use up, you know? So for today's video, the first part of this, I'll be doing all of my colour cosmetics for the face. So blush, bronze, highlighting palettes, face palettes, all of that good stuff. That is, I'd say, a majority of my makeup in terms of like what I love the most with all the compacts. And it's probably what I'm gonna have to focus on not purchasing / decluttering in the future or using up because I do have a lot of it. I mean, I have a lot of everything, so maybe I shouldn't be saying that because I just have a lot of everything. But I feel like this is the one category where I can make a real difference and make it feel nice, especially with all the little tiny compacts. I feel like when compacts are all like a little library, it's just so much more aesthetic and I want to use it. So that is the mission for today, is tidy all of those up. And yeah, without further ado, let's go. Okay, the blush drawer. This is probably, I think with highlighters and eyeshadow palettes, the biggest drawer in terms of the amount of stuff in here. I think I'm gonna have to have 2 trays in here. I'm gonna take these dividers out and have them rode so they kind of lean back a little bit like this. And I think I'm gonna go for a skinny one and a big one. These are a little bit dirty, I'm not gonna lie. They've got like a few bits of dust in them, but I don't know if I care that much, to be honest. I don't know if that's disgusting or not, but maybe we can clean it all up at a later point. I just want to get it organised because at the moment, this is not cute. This is not cute. So I'm going to take out the dividers and keep the length ones in, and maybe I'll just keep a few in, like every other 2, just to keep some sort of like dividing method. Let's do that. Okay, so it fits barely. We have quite a lot of tightness in here, and honestly there's no room to grow. Not that I want to grow dramatically, but there's just no space for more products, especially if I have any lingering around in my handbag, or like I've got not half used, but like I've got a big bag full of makeup products here that I just haven't actually gone through yet and emptied into here. So I want like a good amount of space, and I also don't really want clutter, so I'm going to do a discard pile and kind of like a on the chopping block pile of makeup that I'm like not sure of, and then makeup that just needs to go in the bin because it's expired, and then if I'm not sure of it but it's in good condition, I'll give it to family and friends, but I'm not going to do a brutal declutter. This feels so much better. I actually have room. I can see all my products. I can't keep reiterating how much this is just a temporary fix, and you know, I will have more space eventually one day, but you know, for the next however long, this is the space I have to work with, and it's nice to downsize my collection a little bit. I have got some new things to haul, so it's nice to have some actual space, and if it becomes cluttered again, I do have some overflow in some areas. So I'm really happy with this. So we've got small compacts going up here and coming down here. My 3 stick blushes that I have, liquid products like liquid blushes right here, a few cream blushes and a few cream blushes here, just kind of bigger and smaller compacts. My blush palettes all kind of in this midsection and like a little bit down here, and then my larger blushes that just basically are the wider fit. So obviously in an ideal world I'd like to have it just powder products, cream products, face product, like cheek palettes, but I don't have that space. So this for now I'm happy with. And when it comes to decluttering, I did actually get rid of quite a few. So I've got rid of these Colourpop cheek dews. Honestly, like, I don't know if you can actually see that. It does not look cute. I know you can shake these up, but honestly, I just don't think these are very nice. I didn't really like them when they weren't off, so I'm gonna get rid of these. This Barry M Fresh Face, it was okay. Like, it just wasn't my favourite. These 2 blushes by Mama Mitchell, I didn't want to keep loads. I had 6. I wanted to downsize to 4, so I've got rid of these 2. They were the darkest, and to be honest with you, if I want a darker blush, I'd rather just go for a powder anyway, where I can diffuse it, unlike these 2. So I'm gonna get rid of these 2. Which is a Shy Boy and Rosy Posy. I'm going to get rid of this Soap and Glory Made You blush. It's just very, very bright pink. I do have other blushes like this, so if I do want a blush like this, I'd probably pick a different formula, like my Kaleidos ones over there. So that's going as well as the Pixie by Petra little duo here. This is like a nice shimmery blush. It's nice, I just don't pick it up. It's called Peach Honey. I then have 2 little other blushes here, one by May Beauty. This is like a blush and highlighter duo. I've got enough face palettes, I don't need another one. And this little Ciate, I don't know if this is a bronze. It says powdered bronzer in Palm Island. So maybe this should have been in my bronzer drawer, but I just can't see myself using this, to be honest. So that's gonna go. This is brand new, it's a blush stick, so I can pass it on to a friend. And these 2 here, I just, actually, do you know what? I might keep these, I'm not sure. I kind of put them to the side. Oh, okay, that I think has gone off because it definitely was not, yeah, that's gone off. Okay, nice. And this one I do remember actually really liking. It's a Pickier blush. It's like orangey apricot tone. yeah, I might keep this one because it's actually quite nice. It's a bit of a random brand, but I do really like it. It's like a really lovely apricot-y, orangey pink. Really nice. Okay, I'll keep that one. So getting rid of 11 blushes. I'm happy with that. This wasn't to declutter ruthlessly. This was just to make more room. And I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. The bronze drawer. Now, I don't know how to approach this. I definitely want to keep powders and creams separate. So I might introduce some acrylic storage and just one drawer set. I think I might do that. One of these, I think, and then maybe a couple of acrylics just to separate out some of the liquid, and then just free space for the palettes. Let's do that. Okay, I actually am relatively happy with this. I know this won't close, but before I organise again, I just want to go through and kind of declutter a few things, because there's a few things in here that I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty positive I can get rid of them. Honestly, I feel really happy with this. This feels like one of the neater drawers. I've got my creams and liquids just here. Like, yeah, a few cream products or like putty-ish sort of products in here. And then liquids and creams right there. And then all powder products just here, kind of some in the circular containers and some in square, just to keep it nice and uniform. And then all the palettes over here. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of this. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this. I tried to project pan it one year and it just didn't work. So yeah, I'm actually relatively happy with that. All face palettes, all with bronzers in. As far as decluttering goes, I got rid of quite a few. I'm getting rid of obviously the Smashbox one that you saw. I'm gonna see if I can take this apart because I really like this mirror, or I might just keep the mirror on here and just cut off here because honestly it's like a really good mirror. But I'm gonna get rid of this. It's pretty old now anyway. I'm gonna get rid of these three massive bronzers. They're just so big and cumbersome. This was really affordable. This is the MUA one, and the Wet n Wild one was really affordable too. But I have got other affordable bronzers in here. I've got Maybelline, I've got Bourjois, some Milani, Physicians Formula. I have, and over here L'Oreal, Revlon, H&M. I have some affordable bronzers, so I'm not bothered. I have a Makeup Revolution one as well. I just don't want massive compacts anymore, like they're just too big. I think I want to put this one here by Barry M on the chopping block. I think this is a bit too red toned. In fact, I know that's going to be too red toned. I'm just going to get rid of it. And then these two liquid blushes by Mama Mitchell are just not my tone. This was too cool toned and too ashy, and this was too dark and warm toned. That's Shady Business and Hollow there. So I'm going to get rid of all of those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bronzing products. I'm really happy with that, really happy. Highlighters. Now, this is, I'd say, close to one of the most problematic drawers in my collection, up there with blush, to be honest with you. There's just so much. Maybe I just put a big one in here, and then we can have some other little separate acrylic to sort out some of these creams. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Okay, we have a bit of an issue here where this all isn't going to fit. Now it will fit if I just stack things up a little bit more, and I could just cram all of this in here. Should we try that first before we go crazy and declutter? I mean, does it fit? Yes. Is it absolutely hideous? Yes. And the drawer does close. Oh, I'm so tempted to just leave it there. Let me just see. Okay, I really struggle decluttering highlighters, if I'm honest. I really do. So let me just see if I can pull out 2 to 3 things I can get rid of at the very least. Why are they the same but different? Okay, I feel relatively happy with that, in all honesty. Like, there's actual space. I can see pockets of space now. I didn't get rid of a ton, but I got rid of enough just for everything to just be a bit more relaxed, you know? So we've got all of my cream, or rather my Colourpop, and then my liquids here, and then a few sticks, and then cream highlighters here, apart from this one, which are all my Kaleidos ones. And then we have all powders down here, which is lovely, and then all of my palettes, highlighter palettes, and then 3 big highlighters that can't really fit in these spaces. I feel like there's actual room. There's some sentimental stuff back there. You probably might have seen me like still keep the Jeffree Star brain freeze and a few other bits. Those are sentimental. I keep meaning to get all of my sentimental stuff and put it in a box. Because of changes of situations and stuff, I just keep lumbering it in with everything. But when I get my final setup after this, I will have a proper sentimental drawer where it's just one single drawer like this, full of sentimental makeup, and it can just be something that's like my little museum, I guess. In terms of stuff that I got rid of, I'm getting rid of 8 highlighters. Again, this isn't a dramatic declutter. It's enough just to give some room in my collection. I got rid of 4, well, actually I suppose 3 powdered highlighters. The Be Perfect Get Wet highlighter, honestly, this is just too glittery. I have 2 of them and I barely even use either of them. So I feel like just keeping one is probably more necessary than keeping 2, especially for reference. I do have a Be Perfect powder and a Be Perfect Get Wet now, so I don't need both, and it is just too sparkly for my liking. This Body Shop Honey Bronze, honestly, it's not very pigmented anymore. It's just, I think it's just died a bit of a sorry death, so that's got to go. And this Barry M Strobe Cream, there's nothing wrong with it as such. I just don't want it anymore, especially in comparison to my other sticks that I've got. I'd rather pick up this L'Oreal one, which I use all the time, over this, and they're quite a similar colour, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm then going to get rid of my 2 Oden's Eye highlighting palettes. Now, I love Oden's Eye, one of my favourite indie brands. However, I do have all of the updated, well, not all of them, but I have 4 of the updated highlighters, and I really love them, so I'm going to keep those. I was never a massive fan of the cream highlighter, if I'm honest. Like, it just wasn't quite my gig. I did try with it. I love the packaging, and I'm honestly so tempted to keep it just for the packaging's sake, but I need space in my collection. And the same kind of goes for this one. It's really lovely, but I just don't gravitate towards it, and I'd rather it went to another home where someone is actually going to appreciate it. So yeah, I got rid of 8 things. I'm really happy with that. Again, just created a little bit more room in the drawer. I feel like I didn't do too badly. I did get rid of a few things. I didn't get rid as much as I could have. I've definitely noticed that I've got a much smaller bronzer collection than I do anything else, even though my bronzer collection is rather large. And I'm kind of wanting to pan and get rid of a few things, and I definitely have earmarked a few of those things, even after the video and just editing it as well. Seeing a few things that I'm like, God, that is old, I enjoy it, but I should probably start to just use it up and get rid of it now. It would definitely be nice to condense it more, but at this moment in time, my bronzers and face palettes are fitting in that drawer really, really nicely. Blushes and highlighters, on the other hand, just feel quite explosive out of those areas. They just feel like they're just bursting at the seams. Now, that could be a space thing. I do have significantly less space than I used to, so I grew into the space I had and then I got shoved into a smaller one. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I do have a lot of makeup, so, you know, getting rid of and feeling a little bit more condensed is probably a good thing. But I definitely have more blushes and highlighters than any one person needs. But that's okay. It's nice to take stock, and it's nice to just see what I have and see what I start to use, so that when I do a bit more of a declutter, and I do this again probably later on in the year in another 6 to 7 months, I have a good idea on what I have and haven't been using. So I'm not mad at myself, but I do have a lot, and I feel like I am busting at the seams a little bit. And I just didn't have any urge to get rid of anything. Like, all the things I got rid of, and all the things I didn't get rid of, I had no desire to get rid of them. So that might be a problem in the future if I continue to have more come into my collection. So there's gonna be a bit of a balancing thing there. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, give me a good old thumbs up and let me know down in the comments down below. I think the next installment for this is all of my base products. So my foundations, powders, concealers, setting sprays, primers, all of that good stuff. And then I have lipsticks and eye stuff separately into next, like the videos coming after that. So ring the bell to be notified of those videos when they are uploaded. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed today, guys. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.